My name is Father Andy Costello. I'm here at St. Mary's Church Rectory, Annapolis, Maryland, November the 11th, 2011. And I'm being interviewed for this deal. And I'm 72 years of age. I've been a priest for, 46 years, something like that. Redemptorist since 1960. I'm from our Redemptorist parish. That's how I found out about the Redemptorists. And a priest came into our classroom and said, when we were in grammar school, said, anybody told us about his work in Brazil, and he asked if anyone was interested in being priest someday and working in Brazil. And I raised my hand. And then when it came time for high school, I chose to go to minor seminary. Most of our class eventually left. That's how they did it. They get lots of people, and then they got some of us. And so I had the idea I was always going to go to Brazil, never got there. In fact, I found out I wasn't going there here in 1966. Mm-hmm. We had 6 months here at Annapolis. Mm-hmm. And the night before the appointments, they told me I'm going to be on in a parish, then mission band pre-preach. They like my preaching. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I worked in a parish in the Lower East Side, my first assignment. 2 years. I didn't know. I studied Portuguese, some Spanish, mm-hmm. more Spanish, but Portuguese, and I ended up using the Spanish, mm-hmm. but not enough. Mm-hmm. Did that for 2 years. It was supposed to be 2 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. They want to bring me down to earth in practical settings on the Lower East Side. Mm-hmm. I was there during the hippie revolution, lots of runaway kids, mm-hmm. lots of senior citizens, parish work. So I had my 2 years of parish work. Mm-hmm. Learned everything there because I didn't learn that much in the seminary, that I was practical. But in the long run, mm-hmm. scripture was practical and preaching was practical. Mm-hmm. Tom Barrett and I did them all together. Okay. So that was we would, the East Coast here, the guys did big parishes. Yeah. We did tiny parishes, farmers, small parishes mm-hmm. in northwest Ohio and mm-hmm. down along the Ohio River. And every week I'd ask, whenever we went to a mission, I'd say, what's the most interesting thing in this town? Mm-hmm. And then we had time to check that out during sometimes some afternoons. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a good work.
Did you meet any interesting people during those missions? Anybody that stands out?
A dead man. We used to have this game, I don't know if this is interesting to tell you, but Tom Barrett and I used to have, each one of us try to find the most interesting thing in the town and then take that guy to that as a mystery tour. So this one, I asked this pastor, what's the most interesting in the town? And he told me, I will get you the best thing. So he gave me the directions, and I took Tom. He didn't know he was going to a funeral parlor. We knocked on the door, it wouldn't open. Then we met some guy come out and said, go around the back. So we went around the back. This guy brought us, I didn't know what I was expecting either. But so we went down the basement, it was very dark. They turned on the lights. Then they took us to a room in the back. And they opened up this door. It had a chandelier made out of stained glass over a dead body, and the body was of a guy named Petrified Pete, and he had been there since 1930s, 20s. They found him on the tracks, and the police said to the undertaker, this undertaking establishment, if you could, they said, can you take care of this body? He says, yes, if we could keep it. So they tried some kind of new petrification stuff, whatever, something. To preserve the body. Mm-hmm. So many people in Napoleon, Ohio it was, they'd mm-hmm. come to see this body for years. So Tom did not know all of a sudden. So we get outside and he used certain language that cannot go on this tape for totally shocking him. Seeing people one-on-one, doing mm-hmm. a lot of that. I have a great story. Yesterday was my day off, but I saw people in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. I saw a person last night. Then I had another appointment last night at 7:30. The lady didn't show up. Mm. So I went up. I waited for her. She didn't show up. So I went back upstairs, and there was a message on the voicemail. She said, I'm still coming. I'm caught on Route 50. Mm. So I came down, and she has a mass on her kidney, and they don't know yet what it is. So she has to go to the hospital for an MRI today. So she wanted to get anointed. So I spoke with her about 20 minutes. Just before she got anointed, she says to me, and this is very special to me because today is my birthday. And I said to her, today is my birthday too. And we both gave each other a nice big hug. Being there for people in their tough times. Mm-hmm. And our motto is with fullness of redemption, trying to give people a fullness of redemption that people have given up. Like I got a call yesterday, some lady is up there, I don't know if she's older than me, and she went to see a priest because she's having a lot of doubts before death. So I hope to see her Monday, and hopefully she'll have hope, and the grace of God will pray for that. It's a great life if you could hack celibacy. That's my basic advice. It's a great life. Redemptorist is a great option because you have possibilities. Like, I don't know if they can still go to foreign missions, but the foreign missions, you guys can go down the islands, which is good. And in a lifetime of a priest, as a Redemptorist priest, you can do many things, and I've done many things. Novice master, parish work, retreats. I write, what else? Counseling, priest retreats, nuns retreats, high school retreats. I did a lot of alcoholic work for alcoholics up in Michigan. I used to go, and I did that in New Jersey too. So it's a great opportunity for many different new stuff in life. I worked on our archives a bit too, and communications like you. I did put out newsletters and stuff like that. So I did a lot so far. I'd like to do some. I think in any situation you can reach out to the poorest and most abandoned, because you went to a hall in a parish like that, is that one person, like at a soup, Lenten soup, there's one person by themselves. I'll do that deliberately, go to the, the loner or the person by themselves. So I think we always reach out. And I do like sometimes walking around without a collar, shirt, and my 9 out of 10 people will talk to you. But I like T-shirts with writings on them and hats, because that starts conversation. So I like the reaching out. I think that's our charism, because Alphonsus left his comforts, I don't know if it was comforts, his Naples world, and went to others out there, people out there.